Hello everyone. Let us discuss one of the important topics from the paper School and Classroom Management, that is, techniques of preventive classroom management. Moving ahead, first let us see what exactly is classroom management. It is about effective discipline. It is about being prepared for class. It is about motivating students. It is about safe and comfortable learning environment. It is about building students' self-esteem, and it is also about being creative and imaginative. Now, why is this classroom management so important and why we are discussing so much about it? First thing being, satisfaction and enjoyment in teaching are dependent upon leading students to cooperate, because if the students are cooperative, they are participating actively in the activities that you bring to the class to engage them, you will definitely be satisfied and enjoy your teaching, isn't it? So will the students enjoy the learning process. And classroom management issues are of highest concern for teachers, because there have been many cases wherein, because of very less effective classroom management, teachers are not able to transact the curriculum they should be. So let us study the techniques of preventive classroom management. So here we'll be discussing how we can prevent chaos in the classroom, how we can manage the classroom and do activities that will help us manage the classroom effectively. So what are the techniques that we can take care of? Now suppose the students have never attended your lecture before, or the students are in the mood of making chaos or destruction. How will the teacher handle the students? This is the question. Now there are different ways by which we can prevent and address classroom distractions. First one is classroom arrangement. Plan and prepare. Establish routines and set expectations. Stay focused. Provide positive incentives. Assign creative activity. Nonverbal language, soft voice and monitoring. Assign leadership and responsibility. Build positive, caring relationship. And the last one is state and enforce rules. So these are some of the ways by which we can address and prevent classroom disruptions. Let us see each of these in detail. Now the first one, that is classroom arrangement. One of the objectives for classroom arrangement is the sitting arrangement. So how your class is arranged, or the sitting arrangement within the classroom matters a lot. It provides easy discipline and focus students' attention towards the teacher. So there are various ways by which the classes could be arranged, like a row pattern, like a curve shape, okay, or in groups, 4 chairs are together, used together in a group. Classroom sitting arrangement should be fluid, flexible and organized so that it could be used for different types of teaching approaches and methods that a teacher wants to employ. Now let us discuss the second technique. Second technique is plan and prepare. The key effective classroom management is planning and preparation. Make sure that the lesson or any material and handouts are ready the day before, so you very well know where your things are and which are the things that you are supposed to use. Always carry extra handouts in case of any issue or problem. You can just pass it on to them. Space set up for activities. You need to know which place and how much space will you need in order to conduct activities if you have any. Now let us move to the third point, or the third technique, that is establishing routines and set expectations. Now when we talk about setting expectations and establishing routines, it is important to establish routines from the moment the students enter the school. You cannot develop it in the middle. Once a routine is created, practice it daily until students are able to do it on their own. So you have to make it a habit. And set clear expectations for the students to follow, because they should know what you are up to and what exactly you expect of them. Next is stay focused. The teacher's goal is to stay focused on the actions and reactions, as well as what he or she in the classroom to do. So it's important that you need to pay attention to what you are supposed to do, how you react, how you act in the class. Teachers should focus attention on the entire class, but none of the students in the classroom should go unobserved or unnoticed. Teachers should not talk over students' chatter. So if students are making noise in the classroom, don't just continue your lecture. You are talking because of them and you expect them to listen to you. So if they're talking, do not tolerate that. You have to tell them to stop and listen to you. Provide positive incentives. If the student is distracted or doesn't want to be a part of the activity, the child should be motivated. So what are the ways you can think of in order to motivate the child? It will arouse the student's interest to participate in the activity because they are reinforced, they are given an incentive. It will create cordial environment in the classroom because they are being appreciated or they are being given incentives for the work that they are doing. Next is assign creative activity. If the students are misbehaving or creating noise, assign them some creative activity like role play, scamper, visual art, construction, and so on, so that their energy or the chaos in the classroom could be constructive and they can engage into activity which is relevant or which would be relevant to the topic that we would do. It stimulates ideas and creative thinking because they get engrossed in the class and some of the students, probably most of the students are kinesthetic learners at that age because they cannot sit at one place and listen to the lecture. They need to move around. So it's important that we provide a platform to them for that and accordingly design our activities. It will create a studious mood and a very cordial environment in the classroom because everyone will be engaged and will be working towards something that they like. Next one is nonverbal language and monitoring. You need to give students nonverbal cues. If the student is up to some odd activity or mischief, teachers should have eye contact with the student, which will obstruct the student from doing the mischief. So you can just handle the class by looking at them. The teacher should not stand near her table all the time, but should move around the class. The students have to pay attention more readily. You don't just fix your place in the class and just stand there and give lecture. Instead, you need to move around the class if the class is small so that each of the students is taken care of and they know that the teacher is observing us and the next round will be near us. Next is assign leadership and responsibility. Assigning leadership and responsibility to the students will make him or her work towards the betterment of the class because they are given that accountability, they are made accountable for whatever that they do in the class. The leader will see to it that the other students also follow the route because the leader would be held responsible for that. This will lead to engage the students towards constructive workplace in the classroom because each one is considered accountable. Next is build positive, caring relationship. Teachers should take some time to make genuine connection with her or his students. It will create trust between the teacher and the students. Set aside weekly talk times that will allow the teacher to get to know the students more personally. And this will foster a positive connection between the teacher and the students, which can really help them because there can be times when students are facing some issues at a personal level, family level. So if you can be that listening ear to the child, it will really help him. The last one is state and enforce the rules. Establish the rules and stick on them. Try and compress the main classroom rules into 3 to 4 simple, concise guidelines for student behavior. Don't make a list of 10, 20 rules which are of no use. So nobody has a time ever to go through that. So it's important that you concise the rules into 3 to 4. Rules should be simple, concise, and to the point. Post them in the classroom and refer to them occasionally. And make sure you enforce the rules consistently and fairly without any partiality. There are certain few more steps to minimize distractions of misbehavior in classroom. Like, teacher should take care of both the self and the student from becoming distracted. During classroom instruction, remove distracting items such as sporting equipment, games, and art materials, if any. Because if the students are interested in playing a football match and you have a football in your class, they will continuously look at it. Teachers should turn off his or her cell phone and avoid using computer during class time if it is not a part of the instruction. Post a do not disturb sign in the classroom door or just close the door during important activities such as tests or exercises that require a great deal of concentration. So you are helping your children to pay attention to the task you're working on. Make sure that the other teachers and school staff honor your classroom rules and boundaries. Teachers should focus attention on the entire class and teachers should not talk over students' chatter. Silence can be effective. Use softer voice. The students really have to listen what the teacher is saying. So that if you talk too loud, then some students will they can manage talking to someone and also listen to you. So you can just try talking softly because in order to listen to you, they need to really pay attention. Direct instructions so that students know what is going to happen. Monitor group of students to check progress. This will help you manage the classroom effectively and prevent certain disruptions or will help you deal certain disruptions that are a part of any class. So if you have any queries related to this particular topic, that is techniques of preventive classroom management, please feel free to type it in the chat box. Thank you.